What is going on out there? All right, real quick, let's get into the Dinar news. But before I do, let's take a quick look at the markets and where we are. All right, so look, earlier, yesterday and today, we've seen some drops in the markets, but I'm still shocked that we're even above 23,000. At one time, we were approaching 24. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up. Keep an eye on gold and silver. Still continue to creep around this mark and still climbing. I'm telling you, we don't have long until these things really take off. I'm really anticipating this to happen. If you don't know who Lynette Zhang is, look her up on YouTube because she thinks the big jump is going to happen within 6 months. I believe, or she had a guest on who said that they believed it was going to happen within the next 6 months. If that's the case and there's a reset, she gave an example of putting your hand on top of a spring and then holding it down as hard as possible and then letting it go. That was her way of describing what they're anticipating. All right. Cryptocurrencies kind of teetering around a little bit. Not a whole lot going on. The other day I was telling myself, hey, if this gets down around 17 cents, I might buy more. I've already met my goal, and I've been working on silver, to be quite honest with you. I never feel like I have enough, and I'm doing all I can to get more of it. But I said, heck, I always buy on the dip. But if this got down around 17 cents or lower, I would buy more. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. We got, again, probably in about exactly 4 weeks, sometime within the next 4 weeks, is when we're seeing Bitcoin halving. I'm still waiting for this to really make a run for it, all right? Anyways, if you haven't already, I encourage you to come join us in Pimpy's Investment Chat on Facebook. It is the same name as my YouTube channel. I will leave a link in the description, okay? Come join us. And if you have, in here we talk about everything from the Iraqi dinar to the Vietnam dong, the Zim dollar, gold, silver, you name it. They talk about it. There's a couple of other things going on in here as well. I encourage you to do so. So I want to thank Jay and April. They sent me this article. This is very interesting because we had talked about GESARA and NESARA. And sure enough, this is the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank are announcing unprecedented debt cancellation programs to address COVID-19 pandemic. Basically, they're saying, look, in the midst of what happened with the coronavirus, there's a lot of countries that are going to experience a serious economical struggles. And so I think the IMF and the World Bank actually watch my show. And that's because if you remember when I did a video on GESARA and NESARA, I told you how I thought it was going to work. And what I said is they're talking about canceling the debt of 26, 27 countries. I said that's not enough. It needs to expand. And sure enough, the next day they release an article. And here's what they say. We are moving forward with a new process that will immediately cancel the debt of the 27 countries facing debt distress. Additionally, all 76 of the World Bank's International Development Association countries will receive full debt cancellation. All developing countries categorized either as middle-income countries or low-income countries who face high debt vulnerabilities will see full cancellation of their debt. In total, the new process will apply to 111 countries. See, I told you they're watching my video. I told you guys there's no way. That's not enough. And I'm going to say it again just in case they are watching. Here it is, you guys. That's not enough. We need the poorest people in all countries. Need full debt relief. We need GESARA. We really do. So we need a global currency reset. We need the currencies to be backed by silver and gold. We need full debt cancellation of all kinds for the most vulnerable people, which is anybody that makes less than $1 million. And anybody that makes more than $1 million is whining about it. Shut the hell up. You're already rich. Now, I say that until my Iraqi dinars. I'm just teasing. Okay, I'm just saying until my dinars hit. After that, we need to change. We're going to change the level. I'm just kidding. Trust me, if I'm blessed by God in Iraqi dinars, when it does happen, I will have enough money to fend for myself. I have no problem if the cutoff for debt forgiveness is $1 million and lower. That's because at that rate, you better be able to pay off your damn debt. All right. So anyways, look, it's been extended out to 111 countries. All right, good deal. I'm telling you, they're watching Pimpy's investment chat and they listen to me. Okay, as usual, you guys, I will leave a link to all these articles that I'm going over so that you can come in and check them out for yourself. Okay, so what else is going on? Okay, so hey, there's our girl right there. Trust me, she's our buddy. Even though she looks like a younger version of Melanie Griffin, we'll go ahead and run with this. So, Janine Blaskart met with another day, this is the second day in a row, with Halabasi. And basically what they're going over, she's saying that, look, Iraq needs to get their stuff together. All right, we need this government to get established. We need these things to be stabilized. What they were talking about is, what Halabasi was saying is that Kazami is facing the same conditions and demands that prompted the former commissioner, Alawi, to withdraw from the formation of the government. Okay, so, maybe Halabasi isn't feeling quite as confident as some other people are. What does this mean? Like he says, look, neither he nor anyone else has a magic wand to solve the crisis in Iraq. I beg to differ. I think I do have a magic wand. And let me tell you what my spell is. Dissolve the damn parliament. Dissolve it. Put a government of the Iraqi people, of the people and by the people, and stop allowing Iranian influence politicians to be in there and staggering you guys, man. It's just terrible. They even fund protesters to fight against you. Why the hell would you want to buddy up with Iran? I don't get it. Okay? I just don't get it. So is there a way? Yeah, I think there's a way. Dissolve the parliament. All right? That's what I think they should do. So anyways, she's explaining to people, look, man, if you guys can get your act together, there's a big things getting ready to happen. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more later on. Okay, so Massawi reveals the Euphrates, the date of the voting session for Al-Kazami's cabinet and a postponement of ministries. So Massawi revealed the date of the parliament sessions to vote on the cabinet of the Prime Minister designate Kazami. So what they're going to do is they're going to vote. There's going to be a parliament session, and what his name Massawi is saying is, look, you guys can't vote by the phone. You can't do it digitally. You will show up. Everybody will show up. So that's what he's saying. So they're going to be there, and they're going to vote on Kazami and his appointees to get this government established. As we all know, if it does not work this time, then the president has a right to dissolve the parliament. I'm kind of mixed on where I stand with this. Part of me wants this to hurry up and get over with so they can get stable. But I don't like the fact that there's still going to be parliament, who is the biggest voting bloc of these parliamentary people are Iranian-backed politicians. This is not what you want. I don't know. I'm probably leaning towards Kazami failing. I know that sounds terrible, but it's. I think it really does benefit the Iraqi people more if they just dissolve the parliament. If anybody, I know there's a handful of you that are from Iraq that listen to my show. Let me know if that's a smart move. How do you guys feel about that? All right. So, anyways, we go on here. So there looks like the people from Kurdistan have put together a delegation to go down and visit Baghdad to meet with Al-Kazami and to just make sure that they're going to hold up their end of the bargain as far as the Constitution and them getting their rights for payments and everything else. So here we go. So he wants to submit his request for Parliament to hold a confidence giving session next Tuesday. All right, so let's see where this goes. I want to get to not that one. So, okay, so the president of the Republic of Iraq is saying that this is important because next June they will be meeting with America to go over some strategical reforms and start dialogue with the United States. Okay, so the United States wants to get in there and figure out what's going on. So I kind of feel Here's something else that I read. There was an article that the IMF as well as the Nations, the United Nations is also going to be in Iraq in June. It makes you wonder what's going on there. The United States, the IMF, the United Nations are supposed to all meet in June. Because what's going to happen? Well, we got the voting of the parliament and Al-Kazami coming up. Shortly after that, we go into Ramadan. And that's a whole month off. So nothing's going to be happening for a month. Then after that, we have a meeting with the IMF, the United Nations, and the United States is going to meet with Iraq. What I'm hoping is that everything is done. The United Nations goes ahead and removes the restrictions and allows their currencies to be recognized internationally. And we start seeing the IQD on the Forex. If you guys like that idea, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about a couple of things. Leave a remark on here on whether you think you'd like to see the parliament dissolved, or do you want to see this Al-Kazami and his people make it through. Let me know. Also, what do you think about this? It looks more and more every day like this is realistic. The GESARA, not the NESARA. NESARA happens here nationally, but let's go with both GESARA and NESARA, okay? And the fact that you guys got to give a thumbs up button, that they listen to my program. And they moved from 27 countries up to 111 countries. Yep, they said Pimpy's right. He's always right, so we're going to go ahead and expand out there, all right? Thanks, April. Thanks, Jay, for sending me this article. I like it. More and more seems to be happening every day like that. Santa Surfing, let me know what you think. 111 countries, is that enough? Or do we say let all nations, poorest peoples, 100% debt relief? All right, you guys, again, leave the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you want to join our group on Facebook, please do. I will leave a link in the description for you to come join us. All right, everybody, have a good one.